Rossview High's Cameron Ward has passed away. Wynwood Apartments is facing a controversy, and euthanasia rates in dogs are increasing. All that and more on this episode of APSU-TV News. Welcome back to APSU-TV News. I'm Aaliyah Cumberbatch. To start us off, Rossview High School students are mourning the loss of one of their own who died after an apparent medical emergency. 17-year-old Cameron Ward, number 5 on the basketball team, died last Friday while playing basketball. When Fox 17 spoke with Principal Dr. Megan Sanders, she stated, "Cam was full of light and joy and was such a positive presence in our classrooms, on the court, and in our school community." Ward would have graduated from Rossview High on May 23rd. A GoFundMe has been set up by Cameron Ward's brother for medical expenses and funeral costs. A second soldier is coming forward claiming he and his family were given a few hours to pack up their belongings before his apartment complex, Wynwood Apartments, threw them away. WSMV4 spoke with Roy Wilson, who said he lost $14,000 worth of items after being told he could leave his belongings in his undamaged apartment after last December's tornado. He was stunned to return to the apartment after out-of-state training to find all of his possessions gone, including his wife's wedding dress. WSMV contacted Wynwood's attorney, who said in a statement the soldiers were given ample warning to move their belongings. Montgomery County Animal Control's dog euthanasia numbers have been increasing at a concerning rate despite its no-kill efforts. Last year, the shelter faced struggles with the rapidly growing rate of housing and population in Clarksville. With these new challenges, the shelter's intakes increased by 22%. In turn, a total of more than 600 dogs were euthanized last year. That figure is double the numbers between the years 2019 and 2021. Director David Caskey said in a statement to Clarksville Now, "It was very upsetting for the whole staff to see that in 2023. They work extremely hard to get animals out of here. They're on their phones communicating with people they know, rescues outside of our area, trying to get animals out. It's been a challenge over the last 2 years, and last year was very frustrating." Along with efforts to link with neighboring shelters and educate pet owners, a new, bigger facility is under construction and is slated to open in fall of next year. A Montgomery County felon is facing new charges this afternoon. Police say Joshua James Ward was taken into custody in Nashville on Friday after he was accused of carjacking a man at gunpoint. Officers were called to the scene of a reported carjacking on March 29th in the vicinity of Felicia Street and 22nd Avenue North. When WSMV4 spoke with the victim, 29-year-old Joshua James Ward instructed him to get out of his truck when he knocked on his window with a gun. The victim obeyed out of fear, and according to the authorities, Ward stole the car. Later on, someone found the truck and it came to a stop close to Vantage Way Court, about 3 miles away. Ward is accused of carjacking, burglary, and other charges. A Florida man is in custody after a series of car break-ins in Clarksville. Nashville Airport police arrested 28-year-old Derek McKenzie after he was caught trying to board a flight to his home state. McKenzie was charged with 2 counts of vehicle burglary in connection with car burglaries in Heritage Park. His bond was set at $50,000. Authorities also report that he is currently facing charges in Dixon, Kentucky, and other jurisdictions as well. Stick around after this break to find out what's happening in the political corner.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
Wherever you see a flower, a bird, a beautiful tree, know that my love is with you as you bring our colorful stories to the world.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
You want change. You want a community that supports you. You want the knowledge it takes to make a difference in this world. It's time to be more. It's time to be better. It's time to grow. The world you want to see starts with you. The life you want begins at Austin Peay State University. Learn more at apsu.edu.
Hey everyone, I'm Jazmin Logan, and welcome back to the Political Corner. More than 600 British jury members are pleading with the government to end arms sales to Israel. This news comes in the wake of the death of UK aid workers in an attack led by Israel. The International Court of Justice has concluded that Gaza is at a, quote, plausible risk of genocide, end quote. Britain, along with other allies of Israel, are receiving pressure to stop assisting them in the war with Hamas. The United States and Germany are the biggest weapon suppliers for Israel and continue to allow those sales. A former UK National Security Advisor does not believe ending the sale of weapons would directly change the war, but it could stir up more controversy among American citizens. NATO has now celebrated 75 years as a global defense organization. The group is currently discussing a plan to give Ukraine more long-term support for its military forces. Ukrainian Foreign Minister advocated for shipments of the Patriot, the only system that can protect Ukraine against Russia's ballistic missiles. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken vowed that the allies will do everything possible to ensure Ukraine's needs are met. President Vladimir Putin has previously claimed the war in Ukraine started in part as a result of NATO expanding closer to Russia. Former President Donald Trump has also denounced NATO and called into question whether the U.S. should defend the allies. However, President Joe Biden stands with NATO, saying they are, quote, the greatest military alliance in the history of the world, end quote. President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump claimed wins in another round of primaries this week. Although they've already secured their nominations, both teams were paying close attention to what voters have to say, especially in crucial battleground states like Wisconsin. Our Washington correspondent, Julia Benbrook, breaks down the key takeaways from Tuesday's primary in the Badger State.
Almost any path to victory will run through several swing states, including Wisconsin. Back in 2016, former President Donald Trump secured a win there by fewer than 23,000 votes. And then in 2020, President Joe Biden won by fewer than 21,000 votes.
I came to office determined to uphold the duty that gets us through one of the toughest periods in our nation's history. And we have.
Wisconsin primary voters are now sending both Biden and Trump a message. More than 47,000 Wisconsin Democrats, that's roughly 8% of those who went to the polls, marked uninstructed at the ballot box, largely in protest of Biden's handling of the war in Gaza.
If they won't listen to our calls or our emails or our letters, then they better listen to our votes instead.
Trump also faced pushback as he continues to try and reach more moderate voters.
A vote for Trump is a vote to save Wisconsin, and it's a vote to save your country.
In Wisconsin, more than 76,000 Republicans, that's roughly 13% of those who voted, cast their ballots for his former primary opponent, Nikki Haley. Another former opponent, Ron DeSantis, and uninstructed brought in about 30,000 votes combined. Reporting in Washington, I'm Julia Benbrook.
The Biden administration is preparing new proposals to reduce or cancel student loan debt for billions of borrowers. Sources say these proposals would help people who experience hardship in their daily lives that prevents them from being able to pay back their loans. It would also help ease the burden on borrowers who have seen their interests accrue over time. Sources say President Biden will lay out these proposals Monday. They could go into effect as early as this fall. Sources say the Department of Education has been working on this since the Supreme Court struck down Biden's original student loan forgiveness program nearly 10 months ago. The Environmental Protection Agency has awarded $20 billion towards projects that are fighting against climate change. These grants will help to reduce the carbon footprint while saving the American people money. Some potential projects include more charging ports for electric cars and clean energy home improvements. President Joe Biden's Inflation Reduction Act created a green bank that will be in charge of the grant money. The bank plans to minimize pollution and financially assist underfunded communities with these eco-friendly projects. That's all we have today for the Political Corner. APSU will be right back with the weather after these messages.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right seat.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
Thanks for sticking with us for the weather. I'm Michael Dangerfield. We've had a crazy week for our weather, but we'll have a couple of days until it starts back up. Just looking at our current national temps, we have Los Angeles at 52, Denver at 64, and then New York at 46, Atlanta 52, and then Chicago at 42. Looking at our current temperature, it's going to be partially cloudy with a 0% chance of rain. It's going to be 51 degrees, and then a little bit of wind speeds. Our tonight's temperature will have partly cloudy with a little bit of chance of rain. It's going to be 32 degrees, and like I said, just a little bit of chance of wind speeds. Our Montgomery County forecast for the next few days is going to be Friday and Saturday, sitting at 57 and 63 for the highs, 32 and 42 for the low. We have Sunday and Monday, 76 and 78, sitting at the same amount, with 58 and 60 as the low, and then Tuesday it's 68 as the high and 59 as the rain. But special announcement, Monday the total eclipse, so you guys better bring them glasses. You don't want to damage those eyes. But that's all we have for today's local and national weather. APSU will be returning right after this break with your campus sports.
My Shiro doesn't always wear a cape, but she always has time for a hug, a smile, for going the extra mile. My Shiro stretches every dollar, puts in long hours, puts others first. But now it's your time, Mom. When you're ready to retire, we want you to be able to enjoy it. It's time to start saving now. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to start boosting your retirement savings today. Visit aceyourretirement.org/Shiro.
Wherever you see a flower, a bird, a beautiful tree, know that my love is with you as you bring our colorful stories to the world.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
College life can be challenging, but everyone at Austin Peay should have access to success no matter what the obstacles.
Whether it's workshops, support, or just someone to talk to, the Student Disability Resource Center is there to help students overcome their challenges and experience college life to the fullest. Don't go it alone. The Student Disability Resource Center is there to help you. You'll find the center in room 114 in the Morgan UC, or call them at 221-7777. 221-7777. A campus reminder from APSU-TV.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Hello, I'm Hugh Wheeler with APSU-TV News, and here is your top news in sports. Governors Baseball lost their first conference series of the year this past weekend at Kennesaw, Georgia. Austin Peay fell to Kennesaw State 2 out of 3 times, despite holding the Owls to 9 less runs throughout the series. The Govs trail Kennesaw State along with Atlantic Sun Conference co-leaders Jacksonville and Stetson with the record of 5 wins and 4 losses in conference play. APSU's struggles continue through the week after a 6-13 run loss at Evansville on Tuesday. Austin Peay hitting dominates regardless of results, leading the Atlantic Sun in every major hitting category except for triples. The Governors are set to face ASUN basement dweller Bellarmine this weekend at home for another 3-game series. Meanwhile, on the smaller diamond, the Lady Govs softball team won 2 out of 3 games against Bellarmine here in Clarksville this past weekend. This series victory marks their first conference series win of the year. Austin Peay softball traveled to Southern Conference leader Chattanooga and lost 8-0 on Wednesday following the series against the Knights. The Lady Govs sit in 8th place in the ASUN Conference standings with a record of 3-6. Austin Peay softball's all-time winningest coach Cassie Stanfield positions the Lady Govs for a late season push further up the standings with the second best team batting average in the ASUN. APSU's last month of regular season action begins this weekend in Jacksonville, Florida, as the Governors take on the Dolphins. Austin Peay's men's and women's golf traveled to Pawleys Island, South Carolina for the Any Given Tuesday Invitational. APSU's men struggled Monday before moving up 6 spots on Tuesday to secure a tie for 5th place at True Blue Golf Club after Wednesday's round was suspended due to inclement weather. The women finished 12 strokes behind the lead for 4th place at the Caledonia Golf and Fish Club before tournament play was suspended there as well. The men head to Nashville next week to compete in the Big Blue Intercollegiate. Lady Govs golf await the ASUN Championships in Owens, Crossroads, Alabama, starting April 14th. Lady Govs beach volleyball is back in action this weekend at the Scenic City Showdown in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Austin Peay looks to return to proper form in April after only winning 1 contest since March 9th. Lady Govs beach volleyball also plays 4 contests at home next week for an opportunity to turn the season around. Austin Peay's men's tennis team sits at the bottom of the ASUN Conference standings, while the Lady Govs tennis team are in 2nd place with only 1 loss in conference play. Both the men and women face 2 identical opponents this weekend, Kennesaw State at home Friday and North Florida at home on Sunday. Governors Track and Field continue their outdoor season this weekend in Knoxville at the Tennessee Invite. APSU has 3 more outdoor meets before the postseason begins with the ASUN Championships starting on May 9th. Austin Peay Soccer travels to Cookeville this Saturday to play Tennessee Tech in another spring exhibition matchup. The Lady Govs look to stay undefeated in their spring exhibition series. I'm Hugh Wheeler with your update on sports. Let's go Peay! We'll be back with more news after this.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
Okay.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
As you progress in your semester, you might find your workload becoming overwhelming. The Learning Resource Center is a great asset we have here on campus that is always here to help. Located in the Marks Building, room 124, the center aims to help you succeed in any area of study with one-on-one peer tutoring and so much more. Come by and see them or contact them for more information at 221-6550. That's 221-6550, a campus reminder from APSU-TV.
Welcome back. For something to fill your heart and your calendar, you can find locally crafted items downtown this weekend. Sunday on Strawberry Alley is a monthly market that highlights local businesses, artisans, and makers in Clarksville. The market is located in the parking lot of the Milan and the Regions Bank building on Strawberry Alley. It is April 7th from 10 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon. For more information, you can check out pupsplants.com. APSU-TV takes you behind the scenes with the Govs Hockey Club. Joseph Brock and Cooper Holt talk with the coach and players.
This is Joseph Brock for APSU-TV, standing outside the Ford Ice Center at F&M Bank Arena, where tonight it's hockey night in Clarksville. For the first time ever, Austin Peay State University club hockey team will be taking on the University of Alabama Birmingham Blazers. So I'm here with Coach Kane Eastwood. Now, Coach, what got all this started with the hockey team?
Obviously, the rink opening here was a big factor. It was kind of inevitable that the next step was to have a hockey team at APSU. The club officers started it, Cooper, Smith, and Peyton Leonard contacted me as a coach, and yeah, here we are now.
Was it harder to recruit players, you know, being this deep in the South?
We've had a lot of interest. Me and my assistant coach, Dan, we are working really hard talking to a lot of people. We got a couple of guys that have been around in the military for a while, just now coming to school. We have a lot of ROTC guys, a good bit of freshmen and sophomores, yeah.
Now, Cooper, you said you were a sophomore and a business major, but why hockey?
Well, hockey started a long time ago for me. I fell in love in middle school. I never stepped on the ice before, so just that passion to do something new. No one in my family had ever played, so I just wanted to stand out. The AAU's division of college hockey, it's amateur athletic union. A lot of teams compete at the club level, and they're still really competitive just for non-NCAA teams kind of competing at that level.
How has the military guys helped you along with, you know, your leadership skills?
Oh, it's been huge. Our captain on the team is one of our military guys, and he has a lot of skills that other guys just haven't learned yet. And, you know, with some of that experience and some of that maturity, it just goes a long way with a group of guys.
Now, how big is that they look up to you to lead and bestow that honor upon you?
Honestly, it's an unreal experience. I was at a loss of words when they told me. It's a huge honor. I mean, I'm the first captain in Austin Peay Hockey Club history, and I'll remember that for the rest of my life.
Come out tonight at 7 o'clock as your club hockey team takes on the University of Alabama Birmingham. Joseph Brock reporting for APSU-TV.
Nashville State Community College is holding a health fair in Clarksville. Nashville State School of Health Sciences will be partnering with Tenova Healthcare, AAA, and the American Occupational Therapy Association to provide free services like health screening, CPR courses, and more for the community. The health fair is Saturday, April 13th from 10 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon at the school's Clarksville campus on Wilma Rudolph Boulevard. Local food trucks will also be there. For more information and a full list of the services being offered, visit clarksvillenow.com. The new Health Professions building is coming closer to being open to students and faculty. APSU-TV's Hope Gray and Julian Ali take us to the signing of the last beam for the construction of the 114,000 square foot facility.
We're gathered here today to commemorate the new health building. Today, President Licari will be signing the last beam that will be placed on the foundation of the construction.
We're going to be able to serve the community in terms of providing clinical resources for them.
The new APSU Health Professions building has been in construction since the fall of 2023. The funding for the facility was approved back in early April 2021. The new facility will lead to an increase in graduate students in the health profession program.
There's multiple opportunities for students to get great experiences. Within our space for health and human performance, we'll have 2 labs that are located on that first floor of the building, and then our clinic space will be located on the second floor.
On March 22nd, we joined our school and surrounding community to celebrate the placement of the final beam on the construction of the building. After the signing of the beam by President Licari and many other trustees and faculty, we were able to get some insight from a couple people who play a major role in this entire process.
One of the things that we had to do for this particular project was we had to allocate another $32 million in order for this project to be completed.
The building will also offer academic, laboratory, and collaboration spaces, state-of-the-art simulation labs that mimic real healthcare settings, outdoor meeting and wellness areas, and public-facing clinics for students' learning and public patient care. APSU-TV News, I'm Hope Gray.
April is National Stress Awareness Month. While many of us don't need a reminder to be aware of our stress, it's a good time to focus on how to manage it, because stress can have a significant impact on our health and happiness. In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither has some healthy ways to cope.
We all feel it, from our daily commute to juggling work.
And can you just eat that pancake that you have right now?
No. Family and schedules. Stress is all around us, and while you can't control it, you can take charge of how you cope.
How you think about stress can make or break the situation. If you perceive it to be a threat or a challenge, can significantly impact how your body and your mind responds.
Psychologist Susan Alberts with Cleveland Clinic says some of the red flags of increased stress include changes in your eating habits like loss of appetite or emotional eating, as well as changes in sleeping habits, sleeping too much, or not being able to fall asleep. Other symptoms include headaches, stomach issues, and mood changes.
Life is continuously stressful, so investing in some stress management techniques can be a game changer for your physical and mental health.
Albert says we can cope with stress by being active. She says exercise can help calm your mind and body, as can breathing exercises. She says what you eat can help too.
If you are chronically stressed, you can eat vitamin C rich foods to help mitigate some of the wear and tear that your body experiences from stress. Also, magnesium-rich foods can be helpful. They help to regulate the stress hormones in your body and promote relaxation.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
A Kenwood High School student broke the school's long-standing records in track and field. Zachariah Taylor broke the records for the 100-meter and 200-meter dash at the Cobra Classic on Saturday, March 30th. He came in at 10:60 in the 100-meter, which hasn't been broken since 2006, and clocked in at 21:51 in the 200-meter, which was last broken in 2016. Taylor said in a statement to Clarksville Now, "I find it funny, honestly. Only a few years ago, I was just trying to keep up with my upperclassmen. Now, I'm one of the fastest kids in Kenwood High."
Honestly, that's very impressive, though.
Yeah, really.
I know, and it's nice to see, I'm Kenwood alumni. So
Exactly.
nice to see.
Go Kenwood.
I know.
Yeah, go Kenwood.
So, I know the solar eclipse is happening, and I guess
Yeah.
I'll say, funny story, I actually missed the last one.
Really?
That's actually kind of crazy because, I knew my elementary school, it was such a big deal. We got, sunglasses and everything. They were like, don't miss it.
The thing is, I had the glasses, and we were outside. We went on the deck to look, and I guess I timed it wrong. I looked up when it had already passed.
Oh, no.
So
Bad timing.
Thanks, you're even there. Yeah.
So
hopefully we get to see it this coming Monday, too.
Exactly, and apparently it's the last one we won't see in 1,000 years. So
less total, yeah.
1,000, that's our lifetime right there. You better not miss that one.
I remember that last solar eclipse was really fun. I went to this place in South Carolina. We're going directly over, and the whole town was very small, but it was packed full of people. They're coming there just to see the excitement because it's so rare that you get one of these.
I'm curious though. So how long is the solar eclipse?
It's about 15 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not too crazy.
All right. Well, in that case, make sure I get y'all glasses.
Yeah.
And that's all the time we have for today. So make sure to follow us on Facebook at APSU-TV Clarksville and Instagram at APSU_TV. Thank you for watching your APSU-TV News Update. We'll be back next time. And as always, let's go Peay.
Woo!